I think I play a lot better when I'm not worrying about things falling off the guitar. Hey everybody, it's Mike here from The Art of Guitar. Last week I put out my very first episode of my guitar collection series. And I was looking forward to doing that series because I knew it would help me focus in on each one of my instruments as opposed to just taking some for granted. Sometimes you get a new guitar, you just love the way it sounds and plays and feels, and that's all that matters. But when I do my homework for the series, it's fun because I really get to read about the history of each one and some of the specs, even though I don't talk about all the technical aspects of each guitar in the series. I'm still learning a ton about each one of the guitars. Well, another side benefit that I found out was when I talk about the things I don't care for with each guitar, I get some really great comments, and they've already started to help me out. And with this guitar in particular, I had a couple huge revelations. First of all, I kept having the issue where the trem bar arm kept popping out of the bridge because I would put it in and it would just settle in there. It wouldn't really click and get, it's not a screw-on type thing. So one time I played live and I bent over and the arm just fell out to the ground. I had to try to pick it up. It was really awkward. I thought that's a weird design that it doesn't really pop in, like an Ibanez trem bar would. Well, in the comments section, people gave me all sorts of advice. Everything from putting it into a vise to bend it so it would stay in, to using tape and all this other stuff. And then one person said, you know what, you just gotta force it in there. So I took the arm and I put it in, and usually I just put it about that much. If you push real hard, it still, doesn't click or anything. And so, it kind of stays in until you bend over. Well, I kept thinking about this comment, just go for it. So what I did was I just, went for broke. I used all my strength, which isn't much, and I went like this. And I heard the click. That took a tremendous amount of pressure to make that click. And my heart jumped. I'm like, did I break something? And then I played around with it. I'm like, no, it's secured now. It's in there. I can use it. If I bend over, it's not coming out. What a relief. So already this series is paying off because that is a piece of golden advice right there. So thank you to anyone who said just to use more force. I was kind of worried. I'm like, well, if it took that much force to get it in there, am I going to be able to just pop it out? And yes, you can. But I don't want to. I want to keep it in now because I feel like the more I take it out and put it back in, the looser it'll become over time. And I just want to keep it where it's at. Because right now, the bar will stay where I need it. It'll stay down. I could bring it up and it's pretty much stays. So I don't want a super loose bar, so I'm going to just leave it in from now on, I think. Another bit of advice that I got was that people were saying that I should try to take off the buzz stop and just see if I like the feel of it. Because the buzz stop, if you're not really familiar with it, I still really don't know all the details, but it's this metal bar that secures onto your guitar and it pushes beneath the strings here beneath the bridge. And I guess with other JAZZMASTER bridges, the strings could pop off if you went crazy and did all these bends. The buzz stop pushes the strings real hard into the bridge so that doesn't happen. They also said that if you took off the buzz stop, the guitar is going to feel and sound different. I didn't really believe it, but the second I took it off, it felt like I just took the chains off of this guitar. It's hard to explain, but I played it and it felt more loose and open, but in a good way. I always thought of this guitar as kind of like my creative guitar. One of my favorite JAZZMASTER players is Nels Cline, and he's got these really cool sounds coming out, and I always wanted to be able to do the harp effect. I talked about that in the collection video. The strings just feel different now when I play them. It feels like there's more resonance happening with this entire guitar. It could just be all my mind, but I really do feel it. That's so cool. And I tried to make the strings come off the saddle and I couldn't do it. So I thought, okay, at least I don't have that issue going on. I don't hear any weird buzzes either. It just feels more open and more alive now. And in making those changes, I feel like I'm more inclined to play this guitar more often now. For what it is. It's not going to substitute for my Tele or my Strat or anything like that, but now it's its own thing, but it just feels a lot more enjoyable when I play it. It's just got that signature JAZZMASTER sound, Got it going through my Fender Deluxe Reverb tonight. So I have the reverb going, and I have this pedal, Oceans 11, which I did a whole thing on my website, a deep dive on it. But let's activate everything, and let's just play something a little less straightforward than usual. Maybe a little version of a Wilco song. Not exactly, but close. Drum bar stays in. Love it. I think I play a lot better when I'm not worrying about things falling off the guitar. So really, this is just a thank you video to anyone who gave me some helpful comments in the guitar collection series. And episode 2 is coming out very soon. You know, I'm doing my research on the 5 guitars that I'm going to be showcasing. And then I think I have about 4 more episodes after that. So I'm going to include my bass guitars, my acoustics, and a couple of the auxiliary weird guitars that I have sitting around. Anyhow, thank you so much, everyone, and we will catch you at the next video. Bye-bye.